What is going on, guys? Welcome back. And today, guys, we are going to finally be working on our C8 Corvette's Extreme Online High Flow Cats and seeing if we can get rid of our check engine light once and for all. That is loud. That is right, guys. We finally have some time to work on our C8. And now, last time we left off on our High Flow Cat saga, the check engine light had come on the car. And that was after we had done quite a bit of pulls back to back to back. And of course, this thing did really well. It actually got a little bit faster with the High Flow Cats, got that free flowing exhaust. But when you really open up the engine and really get the throttle open and air flowing, the Extreme Online Sports Cats did not filter out enough of emissions that it triggered our low efficiency codes from the car. Now, in the last episode regarding the High Flow Cats, I did mention that I had purchased a set of 2M mini cats, which are what a lot of people that buy the 2M fabrication High Flow Cats end up installing to help eliminate the check engine light code. Now, for those familiar, you guys can see there we have the Extreme Online Sports High Flow Cats. You see that we do not have the mini cats installed yet, but those use the factory OEM heat shielding, which is one of the biggest draws and things that I liked about these High Flow Cats from Extreme Online Store is that they reuse the stock heat shielding and therefore really looks OEM under here. Now we're going to be adding a section here to help get us that extra mini cat, so that is going to be the one thing that doesn't look OEM, but it should hopefully clear the code and allow us to run the Extreme Online Sports Cats, which are basically a straight through design, without having that check engine light pop up in the front of the car and keeping everything nice and happy. And of course, here we have it, guys. These are the 2M cats, and you see it's got the original bung here, which is, if you look right in there, you'll see it's got some threads. So this piece, it's a two-piece design, and so you can kind of piece it all together, but this piece threads into the stock factory spot, and then this little mini cat threads in there, and you can see in there, and it's going to be kind of hard to see, but there is some material in there. It does have material in there to hopefully filter out some of the remnant fumes that are coming through to the sensor and help eliminate that check engine light. So let's go ahead and get these installed. Should be super simple. This jam nut here is used so that you can ensure that when you're tightening it in there, that this piece is going to be angled at the right position that you would like it to when you install the O2 sensor in the tops piece. So let's get this installed, and I'll show you guys kind of at what orientation I did after I install it. Guys, we are done. Actually, a very easy, quick job to do. All you need is your adjustable crescent wrench here and your O2 sensor removal with preferably a flex head. This is going to give you the flexibility that you need to get around the tight spots. But you can see here on the passenger side that I have it angled upwards and up towards the top here, and I tried getting it in this cavity down low, but these heater hoses here were kind of in the way of the sensor, so I put it up here. I did have to unclip the sensor from the back of the intake, and I just kind of zip tied it to another one of the wiring looms that are around here so it's not rattling around, but that's pretty good. And on the driver's side, you guys can see I angled it basically towards the engine, down and away. It's not touching anything. So they are installed, and now we have to go into the car, and because our check engine light is on, use our HP tuners, specifically our MPVI 3 here, to clear that check engine light code for the low efficiency on the catalyst codes, and then start her up and go for a drive. Hopefully we are able to get on it, do some spirited driving, and not get that check engine light back on. Okay, so we are in the car. I've got it in accessory mode, and typically in accessory mode you'll always have the check engine light regardless, but here we've got HP tuners, and if we look at this, you can actually see there is quite a bit of codes here. One of them being lost communication with the door switches A and B, which are when I did the carbon fiber on my door handles, that I removed the door handles. So it sounds like we need to turn off disconnect the battery when you disconnect any of that stuff. So we'll be able to basically clear all that out. A lot of this stuff probably just not that big of an issue. Vehicle identification number, not sure what that's about, but we have two DCTs that are actually pending and current, and as you can see, it's P420 and P430, which are basically your both driver side and passenger side catalytic converter efficiency codes. So what we're going to do is go ahead and clear this, then we go ahead and read them again, and you'll see now it still shows P420 and P430 as below efficiency. Now those are going to be permanent. Basically what that means is that this code stays on there, and you know, when you take it to a dealership or anything like that, they'll be able to see that those codes were on, and for whatever reason, this or the other. But we've cleared them out, and you see their DCTs are 0, and all the other codes went away. So now what we should be able to do is go ahead and turn this car on. And what you'll notice is no more check engine lights. Right now, let's go ahead and go on a drive and be a little spirited with our driving and see how this car does, and if our check engine light stays gone. Alright, so we're on our little drive here. I've got the data log running just to kind of get some info. Not really not much we can do with this thing at being bone stock, but we'll see just kind of what we see. But cruising around, doesn't seem too big of an issue here. But of course, it's all about when we actually get on it and floor it a little bit, seeing what we're gonna see. So let's go find a nice little area where we can enjoy and really open it up a little bit to see if our check engine light comes back. All right, so as you guys can see, we're in the performance mode here, and I've given it a couple rips off camera, but so far so good. Well, there was one launch control, spun a little bit, and then it went ahead and did the same thing. You know, didn't really go full in. I needed, I think, to hold the brake down a little more. 0 to 60 in 3.5 seconds there. We go for it. It just goes very quickly and smoothly. Gotta love it. And so far, so good. Last time, we cleared the code, and pretty much after just a handful of little pulls, this thing initiated the code again. That thing just spun its ass off there. Do a little pull one more time. Put foot on the brake. Whoa, 3.1 according to the lap timer there, and it was spinning quite a bit. I'm going to drive around a little bit longer, maybe try to get a few hits here and there, and report back to you guys in a few seconds whether our check engine light code came back on or if it actually got cleared with those mini O2 cats. And just like that, we are back home, guys, and you can see there we drove about 20 hard miles as noted by that 12 miles per gallon fuel economy. Had the car on about 48 minutes, so almost an hour. Went through 3 or 4 or 5 launch controls, full on throttle, and honestly no check engine light. Of course, guys, if you want to stay updated with my experience with those 2M mini cats, I will be on Instagram, located down below. Check it out. Add me on there so that you can stay up to date before videos come out about the stuff that I'm doing with the car, like these 2M cats, and even just updates in general for the channel and for the car. There you have it, guys. Do the 2M mini cats work? Well, it appears so. The car has not turned on the check engine light since we cleared it. Now, I just received an email today, actually, telling me that a surprise car that I reserved almost 3 years ago is actually available and ready to go, and they wanted me to input my configuration. So I don't know how long that car is going to take to actually get built and delivered to the dealership, but if it does happen, if I do get it and get it delivered, this thing will be going. So yes, the car that I got an email today about is not the Z06. It's another car that I had reserved. So if you guys like the channel, want to know what car that is, then make sure you hit the thumbs up button, consider subscribing, and hit that notification bell so you can stay up to date with all the videos and maybe even see what car I ended up with. But with that being said, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.